gossip and entertainment only. Let's get started.
Hello, gossipers. So, before we get started, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening. So, if you hear like a little muffled sound in the background, it's the fan. I have the fan on. I live in Florida, and unfortunately, the AC broke. So, we have to get a compressor and everything like that. So, for these past, weeks, a lot of weeks, the weather is like 90s, but it feels like over 100. And we're just trying to stay cool, be drinking a lot of water. So I had to put a lot of water in the fridge to get that cold temperature, because the house right now, it's like fire. That's how bad it is. And hopefully by now and Monday we should have the AC back up and working. We've been without the AC now since Sunday, so every day it's torture. And these are moments or times when you kind of sit back and you go, people have it so much worse. Yes, you're hot, you're burning up, but at least you have a fan to keep you cool. It's not the same as central AC, but still, you do have a fan to keep you cool, while people out there in the heat, they have nothing. They don't have, cold water to keep them hydrated and everything like that. But yeah, I had to fill the fridge with water because it's myself and mom and the kids. So, it's a lot of water going down. And then we have this storm that's developing, the first storm for the season, hurricane season. But thank God, the projection does not seem to be anywhere near Florida. So with that being said, I wanted to come on and talk about this Gladys Knight story, where her son is accusing her husband of 25 years they've been together of mental and financial abuse. Now, this is not her son's father. This is her husband. As I said, he 25 years of marriage. And I think the son is in his probably late 40s, something to that effect. Now, Gladys Knight, she's 81. I'm not quite sure how old the husband is, but he's a lot younger than her, probably 20 years younger than Gladys Knight. And I've heard people say, and if you listen to Funky Dineva, he said that he went to the, I think it's called All Queens concert. So basically it's Stephanie Mills, Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, and Gladys Knight. And he said that Gladys, she was forgetting her words, and this seemed spaced out, stuff like that. Now, when the son came out and made it public that he feared for his mom, people were concerned, because he came out and made claims against the father. But now Gladys Knight has spoken, and basically she's saying that she is good, she's healthy and she's happy. So we're gonna read this article from People magazine, and we won't stay too long on it because that's basically what it is. The son concerned. Now we are hearing from Gladys, and it says Knight's son Shanga Ankerson says he lodged a complaint with authorities over her care, though the singer's team calls these claims unfounded. So the teams are like, your mother is fine. Gladys Knight is assuring fans she's healthy and happy after her son publicly accused the music's legend husband of mental and financial abuse and lodged a complaint with authorities in North Carolina over her care. Knight, 81, has been on the Queen's tour since May with fellow legends Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and Stephanie Mills, and currently has 11 shows scheduled for September through December. The Midnight Train to Georgia singer's son, Shanga Ankerson, expressed concerns for his mother in an interview with People, claiming that her busy touring schedule was detrimental to her health and came largely at the behest of her husband, William McDowell. In a statement shared with People, Knight painted a different picture, saying she has enjoyed her time on the road and she is doing well. Now, this is what she said. She said, "I'm sorry that my health and performances have been misinterpreted. I want my fans and those concerned to rest assured I am doing very well for someone who has been on stage for 3/4 of a century. Hard to believe, right?" She said, "I'm healthy and happy and visiting friends and families these last few months. I'm excited to get back on the road with my sisters and on stage with the Queen's Tour. See you soon." So, yes, and people might be saying, well, your husband or your management team publicists, they're putting that out there because, they don't want anyone to come looking for you or, questioning anything. And, this business is about money, right? And if they need to make money, yes, they're going to find a way for her to get on stage no matter what. But so far, no one is reporting any physical abuse, mental abuse in that sense to where, they need people to step in. And I'm sure they would not want the courts to get involved because we see with people like Wendy Williams and Britney Spears and all those people, when it goes to guardianship and conservatorship, those stuff, they're not easy to get out of or to tackle, right? So for now, Gladys is good. It's just the son who's speaking. We haven't heard of any family members or friend coming forward supporting the son. I know the son's ex-wife, she had a couple things to say, but nothing much. He said that his mom also, meanwhile, his mother has not expressed to him a desire to stop performing. He believes she's on a cruise control and has in recent years struggled with her memory, citing an instance this past New Year's in which Knight allegedly did not know who he was for 45 minutes. So, those are a story that's being told. Another story being told is that she wandered from her hotel and some good Samaritans, they found her, got her phone, called her manager or publicist, and they took her back to where she needed to go. So until we hear like a diagnosis or doctors or something more convincing, then we just have to send prayers out to Gladys Knight and wish her the best. Your thoughts?